What's up, guys? Just got a quick video I wanted to shoot today. Topic of today's video, I just want to make it quick. It's going to be to trust yourself. Got 3 points as usual. The first point is that you're capable of more than you know. Second point is that you've had to figure out how to maneuver to get to this point. You'll continue to do so. Third point is whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. By Henry Ford. That's a quote by Henry Ford. So, getting into the first point. When you start doing something that you've never done, it just doesn't make any sense for you to write yourself off and be like, oh, I can't do that, or sell yourself short when it's like you've never done this thing before. So how would you know? Like, you can't predict the future. You don't know what you could do. So it's like, why write yourself off? You might as well just go into it and just see what happens. And I think that, when it's like a lot of times people have expectations whenever they get into something, whether they be good expectations or bad expectations. Once you get rid of those expectations and you just go in and you just try and see what happens, I feel like a lot of times you'll probably end up surprising yourself with what you're capable of doing. But it's important to just don't let those limiting beliefs and doubts and everything like that, don't let those take hold and allow you to sell yourself short. Just go in there, try to do what it is that you can do, and try to make the best out of that situation. You really just have to trust yourself and believe that you'll make it work out. On to the second point. In life in general, right, regardless of how hard your life has been, how easy your life has been, we're all faced with challenges, and we've all had to some degree at least, kind of figure shit out and figure out how to maneuver and finesse through, just different obstacles that we're faced with in life. You've had to do that. You're still here. You're figuring it out. You've had to figure it out before. So it's like, if you needed to pull from prior experience, you already have that. When you're sitting here and you may be faced with a difficult situation, you made it through difficult situations already. You've already done this stuff. It may not be exactly like verbatim the exact same situation that you're being faced with again, but it's still a difficult situation. You've had to do this before. You've had to figure out again how to maneuver and finesse to get to the point you're at now. Even if you're not at the point in life that you want to be at, where you're just like, I'm good, I don't want anything else. Even if you still have something to be desired in your life, you should still be proud of the fact that you're here. You made it. You've done it. You're still here. You're still on the path to greater things. But nonetheless, you've had to figure those things out. You'll figure these things out again. If you lose your job, it sucks. Shit sucks, but you'll figure it out. You'll either find another job, or you'll, figure out whatever it is you need to do to make that money come in. Even if you're being faced with financial difficulty, it's like, dude, you will get it together. I can guarantee you, because it's a necessity at that point. Even if you gotta ask somebody for money or whatever the case it is, or maybe start a business or whatever to try to make a little bit of money on the side, if your primary job isn't, bringing in what you need, like, you'll figure it out. And you just have to believe in yourself that you will figure it out, because again, you've had to do it and survive to get to the point that you're at now. Third point, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Again, that's a quote by Henry Ford. You have to believe in yourself, or nobody else will. It's not even a matter of like, oh yeah, you have to believe in yourself. It's like, no, you genuinely, if you want to get something done, you really have to, okay, if you don't think something's going to work out, you're going to be 1 foot in, 1 foot out, right? And so then you're going to basically create this self-fulfilling prophecy that it's not going to work out, because you're not going to go all in. And so then if you're only 50-50 on the things that you're doing, and then the shit doesn't work out, then you're reinforcing this belief that you're not capable of doing something. But is it really that you're not capable, or is it really that you just haven't committed yourself to doing this thing? Because you're not convinced that you can actually pull it off. So why not try to actually fully commit yourself to it? Even if it doesn't go the way you want it to, you're still going to get a hell of a lot farther than if you were still just 50-50, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Because then what happens is once you start getting these successes and you start getting these like victories under your belt, it starts to reinforce the belief that you can do things and that you are capable of whatever it is you try to put your mind to. So it's like you really just have to think about it basically kind of like a game. You have your losses on one side, you have your wins on the other side. Where are you putting these tallies in? You got to go all in for it to really count. Because if you're just going 50-50 on it, that loss ain't really even a loss. You sabotage it yourself because you were trying to fulfill this. Again, you were trying to reinforce this belief that you couldn't. Even if it's not a conscious thing you're doing, it could be self-conscious. It could be self-sabotage, basically, where you feel like you're not capable of doing stuff because you failed at doing things in the past, but you failed at doing things in the past because you didn't give your all, which led to you not being able to do the things you wanted to do and failing. So it's a cycle where you think you can't do it, you don't really try, you didn't do it the way you wanted to do it, it turned out to be what you would classify as a failure, so then now you think you can't do it, and it just keeps going around. To get out of that loop, you have to change your mindset on it and just be like, you could do it, you tried your best, you gave it your all. Even if it didn't turn out exactly how you thought it was going to turn out, it's still a victory because you gave it your all. That's the win. It's not about the outcome, it's about the effort. So you gave it your all. You count that as a victory, and and now it goes back to you can do it. So then that's a better cycle. That's a more productive cycle than, again, being 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But that all starts from mindset, because the mindset is going to make or break you at the end of the day. So you have to change your mindset to be, instead of being failure oriented, and instead of trying to have this like this self-fulfilling prophecy that you can't, you have to change that to you can. It's not easy. I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, just change your mind, just do that. No, it's not an easy thing to do. But with intention and being conscious of trying to do that, changing maybe how you talk to yourself internally and everything, it will happen over time. It's not something that'll just switch and click and, all of a sudden you wake up the next day and you're knocking shit out the park, It's just, you're just victory oriented, killing this shit. No, bro, it's going to take time. It's going to be small little changes, little tweaks. And again, the way you're speaking to yourself, the actions you take, the language you use, it will take time. But eventually, once you break yourself out of that cycle of negativity and what you would classify as failure, and you start changing it over, maybe tweaking the way that you see success, it'll be a lot more productive, and it'll help you get a lot further, and reinforce the belief that you can do these things. Trust in yourself isn't just a belief, it's something you have to practice. It's a skill to learn, but in order to practice it, you have to do the things that may initially feel uncomfortable, to kind of get the ball rolling of, again, switching this negative cycle to go to a more positive cycle that's going to be a lot more productive in the long run. I'm done yapping. I ain't got no more notes. That's all I got to say. I love y'all. Y'all stay healthy. Y'all stay hydrated. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one.